Um, we are now going to discuss the business communication problems that we found. We extracted this from the information we got from our meeting with Nicole, from our visit to the Rural Summit, and from our own background information, what we found on the communication channels. We looked at these three communication problems: the lack of focus, unclear added value, and yet no real European progress. One of the most crucial problems we found was the lack of focus in their information and on the target groups. On their channels, we couldn't really find a clear communicated message of what they wanted to achieve. We saw like a bit slightly chaotic and vague website, and it was quite unclear to us what the organization was all about and what they want to achieve. We also found that from our meeting, we found out that the main teams, the 6 teams we saw on the website, are not really up to date. Nowadays, they are only focusing on the 3 teams: vital economy, agriculture and landscape, and leisure economy, while the website still presents 6 teams. We also found that the website may not be really attractive to new partners, since it is focusing on all the current projects, and it's not clear what the added value is of the organization. So we see an opportunity for improvement here. Another problem we saw was unclear added value on the website and in the articles. It wasn't clear to us what the actual role was of Brabantse Kempen in the projects they are assisting. The benefits of cooperating with the organizations remained quite unclear to us, and we thought that it would also be unclear to possibly interested stakeholders and partners. From our interview with Nicole, she told us that their role at this moment is in informing their stakeholders of what they are doing and keeping them up to date. And we thought that our view was that the current website is not really reaching their full potential in that way. We find that it's with the current communication, it's quite difficult to attract new partners, since the added value which Huis van de Brabantse Kempen really has is not communicated clearly enough. There's an opportunity there. A third problem we saw was that the European progress isn't really at the point where it should be. First problem is that the website is only in Dutch, and all the communication is only in Dutch, not, for example, in English. And another problem is that the Kempen region is quite a unique region. It's difficult to find comparable regions in Europe that they can cooperate with, that have the same population density and the same mindset of the entrepreneurs. From the Rural Summit, they got a lot of benefits. They started building up a more international network, and we find it a shame if they couldn't benefit from this fully enough by the language barriers and communication.
Okay, now I'll talk about the recommendation regarding the previous problems. The first problem was the lack of information, the lack of focus of information they want to communicate to target audience. Therefore, we would like to recommend the renewal of the homepage. As Chris described before, when we look at the homepage, there's still 6 things present, even though they're only focused on 3 things now. And since the homepage is the visitor's first impression of the company, it is fair to focus on the powerful and attractive messages such as who they are, what they do, and why the visitor should sign up for the products. So instead, the daily updated news about their products can be reduced. The second problem was their communication channels are not delivering their added values now. So our idea is to do in a short video or in the form of follow us around article. They can deliver the added value in which they can describe their roles. We also suggest to make a special section on their website for potential partners. It includes the partner's role and what partners can earn by doing their project. And this will convince the potential partners to join the project. And now they are not using Facebook, so they maybe possibly make use of Facebook. Finally, they have ambition to expand in Europe. So to realize this ambition, they should identify and figure out and investigate target markets within Europe. The company should consider all factors that can impact market penetration. Also, the company should develop business plan before September 2017 that can be helpful for them to get advice from external consulting bureau. And finally, the online platform and the communication channel should be translated into English or German, so it will support their ambition to expand in Europe.
Okay, next we would like to show you the perspectives we made for client organization. We have received more direction from Nicole to focus on the European stakeholders. The summer we attended to was kind of a kickoff in attracting European stakeholders, and therefore our perspectives is aimed at this target group. It is aimed to stimulate cooperation and to have the stakeholders engage in a big European project for which also financial resources are needed. I will, maybe you can have a look at it and you can pass it on. Yeah, as you open it, you can see the first you see is the region of the Kempen, and the Huis van Brabantse Kempen is known as nominated for the 21 for the Smart 21, and they want to concentrate on the following sections: smart living, smart farming, smart mobility, and smart rural communities. Next, we found it important to state their uniqueness and also their role. So the core activities are stated below. So partners will get a clear picture of what they really do. Next, you see the challenges the regions face. I find it important to create a need by stating these challenges. Partners have to know why it is important to become a partner of Huis van Brabantse Kempen, and they have to be left with the feeling that they're valuable, so stakeholders will be stimulated to work with them, and to overcome these challenges together with organization. And the back side of the flyer has a description of their success story, the conference, the Rural Summit, which was a huge event and gave a really boost to the organization. And further, you can find also their contact information. Well, as we saw, Huis van Brabantse Kempen is a network organization working on its transition to a project organization. We noticed the following areas of concern: lack of focus on the communication and not enough European progress. And in our view, the solution would be improving the current communication channels, inform stakeholders, future partners, and the translation of the online platform. As a brief summary. This is a picture of when attending to the Rural Summit. We would like to thank you for your attention and Huis van Brabantse Kempen for their help. We really enjoyed the project, and if there are further questions, let me ask it.
there,
Nicole first.
she's, yeah.
It has to be in English, I suppose.
Preferably, if that's possible.
I have no questions, but I want to compliment you for your sharp analysis. We are in a transformation from a network to a project organization, so you put the finger on the spot. Our communication is not up to date, and the website is not up to date. So I have work to do with a small team, but yes, I have a lot of confidence for you. You did a good job.
Thank you. Did you have a question?
Yes, I have
Go
a
ahead.
question. So thanks. It's indeed interesting to see the transition zone. I was also at the Rural Summit, as you know, one day. I really enjoyed it. There's a good vibe there, and I think everything that you accurately described here has kind of emerged at that conference in terms of the issues all of these regions are dealing with. I think all regions are kind of in a similar mess because it's a very different way of doing social innovation. It's actually interesting, you could also turn it around in some ways. Classic social innovation was often huge project-based, whereas now we go much more to an ecosystem view. So you could say there's also another movement towards more of a network organization. So it's kind of in the end you could say maybe an ecosystem, and that brings me to my question, because I think projects can indeed be important triggers to get things going, to get all kinds of both activities going, communications going, new collaborations going, etc. I want to make the link to the themes. So you mentioned the 6 or 3 themes being very important, and themes are important in the sense that they go beyond projects. Projects can often be what you see in communities and collaboration. Projects are powerful because that's where things get done, but they are also limiting because they're often scoped, they have budgets, they have particular goals. And whereas themes are much more open, they allow new collaborations to emerge. So I would like to, maybe you can give an example from what you've seen, some idea of what could be a concrete example of that ecosystem way of thinking, where you would combine new kinds of activities, working with developing collaborations around themes rather than specific projects, maybe using more than just a website, but also using all kinds of social media. Could you give an example, maybe a hypothetical scenario of how you would see this actually work in, let's say, 5 years from now? How would a day in the Huis van de Brabantse Kempen in 2022 look like? Could you describe what you see then?
I think in the future it will be very attractive and more innovative if you have a partner that will do everything for you. You provide them with your service, and he attract for you other parties for you to collaborate with. So I don't know how that, for example, not as example, but it's more an effect. You get one partner, he gets 2 for you, these 2, he gets 9 other partners for you. So if that, if Huis van Brabantse Kempen will use this business plan for the future, I think it is more attractive for them. If that answers your question.
Partially, but also, let's say that Huis van de Brabantse Kempen is actually the steward of the themes rather than just individual projects, because projects are already, there are stakeholders involved who have a need for that particular project, but Huis van de Brabantse Kempen looks beyond the individual projects. It sees the bigger network of themes. And I could imagine when you have a particular project, there's all kinds of questions that emerge or opportunities that emerge that cannot be handled by that particular project, but that would be a waste to lose. And that's what typically happens. A project's very focused. It has very limited resources focused on a particular goal. But in social innovation, especially in a region that's very rich like Brabantse Kempen, you get all kinds of opportunities and extra questions that don't land. What could be the website, or what could be a way to capture that and to do something with it beyond any particular project? That's what I'm interested in.
I think what's really important, and Nicole also mentioned it, is education and connecting that to everything going on in the region, trying to keep the young individuals, keep them in the camper. So I think in the future it will be important to keep students, for example, combine them with companies and let them work together. And I think that could bring a lot of innovation to the region.
So the link with education would be an
Yeah.
important one then. Mhm. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, and thank all of you.